Remnant, also known as Dark Souls with guns. One of the more unique challenges when it comes to Souls-like games, never really feeling impossible, or at least that's what I used to think when I was playing the first one. Yes, I remember those days. Well, here we are with Remnant 2, and it feels like a significant jump in challenge. I've been tweeting about my struggles, and to my surprise, I wasn't really alone. Others have tweeted me saying that playing solo has been rough, and some have even called it unbalanced. Pretty much like the game is meant for co-op, and going solo just really isn't the smartest idea. And as a solo player myself, yeah, I can agree, it definitely feels harder than the first game. But why is that? What is it about Remnant 2 that is making it feel more difficult? Well, for one, it has to be the enemies and their behavior. I quickly noticed that the enemies feel way more aggressive this time around, and not in the linear way I remember. I'm playing as a hunter class, which means it's best for me to aim and shoot at a distance, working to get the critical shots and just basically protect myself from up close and personal danger. The problem is, these enemies are very up close and personal danger. And not just from the front, but from the back. I'm constantly having to check my six, look behind me, and even when I think nothing's there, I still feel like I have to check because they pop up out of nowhere. And with Remnant's game design not having indicators of danger either on the screen or on the map, no red dots or anything, and it totally relies on the environment, it can really make for some rough encounters. I have to really listen to their movements, the music as indicators, and other audio sounds as well, because there's really nothing on the screen itself. It's admirable in a way, very reliable on the environment, and that makes for a kind of a spooky time. It almost feels like I'm playing a horror game, honestly. You know, slowly approaching encounters and just checking every corner. And I like that, but also I am dying a lot. Not only that, but the bosses are super aggressive too, with some of them relying on minions to do their dirty work. Aren't those just the best? And when there's 20 of them and just one of you, talk about serious management when it comes to stamina, when you have to run, and then locking and loading those weapons so that you're ready for whatever happens. Gun management is what I feel makes Remnant such a unique challenge, even when it came to the first game, because not only are you managing the Souls-like mechanic of stamina, but on top of that, you're managing your ammo and having to pick more up from the ground, as well as reloading your gun and lining up your shots. So when enemies are super aggressive, it can call for immediate reaction to point that gun and shoot, and talk about an adrenaline rush. Not to mention you have to manage your healing, which can feel like such a slow animation when you're in serious trouble. Managing all of that, the timing, the openings to do all of these things, as well as shooting your best shot, it's definitely something. Add in the aggressiveness of the enemies in Remnant 2, and it can feel like a nightmare for solo players. This time around, we do have different classes, and perhaps playing as the hunter isn't the best idea, but I do love it. It's very satisfying getting those critical shots. It's very satisfying getting headshots as well. Everything I just mentioned, it's a challenge, but one I can't put down. The gunplay, it's just so satisfying. When it comes to taking out an enemy right in front of me, right before they attack, it's just such a good feeling to connect that shot. After years of playing shooters, especially third-person shooters like Gears of War, it feels really natural, but at the same time, because of the Souls-like mechanics, and on the lesser side of quality of life features, such as the slow heal and no on-screen indicators like I mentioned before, yeah, it's very challenging. So do you dare go solo like we've been doing, or do you get a friend to help? It's really up to you, and of course, how crazy you are. Because as a solo hunter, I definitely like some punishment, let's just say that. I'm making my way through the game. Nothing is impossible. I'm doing it, but it is a lot of deaths that I'm having. So yeah, Remnant 2, it's definitely a challenge. I highly recommend it, especially if you're into shooters and you do like some of the Souls-like mechanics. Obviously, you're going to see some resemblance of the Souls-like games here, but overall, it's a shooter and it's a good one. And I feel like it's slept on sometimes, but this time around with Remnant 2, not so much. The first game I thought was really slept on, but this one I feel like it's being talked about more. And it's motivating me even more to want to do content for it. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new. Definitely let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed, and if you are also struggling playing solo on Remnant. All right, that's it, you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.